Ladies and gentlemen, the Minister of Works Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Dato Sri Haji Fadillah bin Haji Yusof. And ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite you to kindly remain standing for our national anthem after this. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly be seated. Good morning, tuan-tuan puan-puan. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In order to kick off the show, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Activities to promote energy efficiency in government and private sectors buildings, including destination of energy efficiency knowledge. It's really opportune for me to be invited to launch this showcase for the first time that we ever organized in a public concourse like this.
Sebelum masuk konteks ni memang tak tahu apa-apa tentang 5-star energy.
Energy efficiency is about public because the users are actually the public.
Like,
Jusaan ke tak?
I'm citizen.
Tak betul.
Malaysia is still... Sorry guys,
National lighting. Fossil fuels. So far.
I'm Niloufar. I'm Siti Saleha.
I am Vivi Yusof.
I'm Dana Danielle.
I am Liana Jasmine.
And together with Fashion Ballet,
We support
Energy efficiency
in buildings.
Be smart, be
and
energy
efficient.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic way to start the morning. And before we officially get this show on the road, I would like to extend a special warm welcome to our key guests here today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together once more for our guest of honor here today. Thank you so much for joining us, Yang Berhormat Dato Sri Haji Fadillah bin Haji Yusof. Ladies and gentlemen, Minister of Works, Malaysia. A very warm welcome. Yang berbahagia Datuk Seri Engineer Dr. Roslan bin Mat Taha, Director General of Public Works Department, JKR. And of course, a very warm welcome to Engineer Gopal Narayan Kuti, Director of Cawangan Alam Sekitar dan Kecekapan Tenaga, as also the National Director of BSEEP, ladies and gentlemen. Dato Engineer Ahmad Azri bin Abdul Hamid, Chief Executive Officer of Construction Industry Development Board. And ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to Encik Asfazam Kazbani, Assistant Resident Representative of the program United Nations Development Program. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to all the senior directors of JKR, government agencies, private agencies, Tansris, media friends, ladies and gentlemen. Please give yourselves a big round of applause for joining us here this morning, ladies and gentlemen. With that, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you here today to JKR Building Sector Energy Efficiency Project National Conference 2017. My name is Nadia Heng, and I'm truly honored and thrilled to be keeping all of you company as your MC this morning. So, ladies and gentlemen, as JKR and BSEEP conclude their 7 years of driving energy efficiency through better buildings in Malaysia today, it's our ambition to continue sustainability for the future. So, with today's sharing platform themed, of course, as towards near zero energy buildings, we will be showcasing, and we are very, very proud to be showcasing, some of the highlights and accomplishments that we have achieved over the past 7 years. Together with government agencies, industry players, stakeholders, let's continue to lead the way forward for energy efficiency. Ladies and gentlemen, here to get this show on the road, please join me in putting your hands together for the Director General himself of Public Works Department, Malaysia. Let's welcome Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri Engineer Dr. Roslan bin Mat Taha to deliver his welcome address.
Terima kasih saudari pengacara Majlis Nadia. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Fadillah bin Haji Yusof, Menteri Kerja Raya Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Datuk Engineer Ahmad Azri bin Abdul Hamid, Ketua Eksekutif Lembaga Pembangunan Industri Pembinaan CIDB. Engineer Gopal Narayan Kuti, Pengarah Cawangan Alam Sekitar dan Kecekapan Tenaga JKR, merangkap National Project Director Building Sector Energy Efficiency Project or BSEEP. Encik Asfazam Kasbani, Assistant Representative United Nations Development Program UNDP. Pengarah-pengarah kanan JKR, rakan-rakan kolaborasi BSEEP, rakan-rakan media, seterusnya datuk-datuk, tuan-tuan dan perempuan yang saya hormati sekalian. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera, salam negaraku Malaysia. Terlebih dahulu saya mengalu-alukan kehadiran Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Fadillah bin Haji Yusof, Menteri Kerja Raya, yang sudi hadir merasmikan persidangan BSEEP pada tahun ini. Saya juga merakamkan ribuan terima kasih atas kesudian tuan-tuan dan puan yang turut serta dalam BSEEP National Conference 2017, juga kepada semua penceramah jemputan yang bukan calang-calang orang yang dapat hadir pada hari ini, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri. Objektif persidangan adalah untuk berkongsi pencapaian dari pelaksanaan projek BSEEP yang akan menutup tirai pada bulan hadapan, iaitu pada akhir Jun tahun ini. Saya juga ingin merakamkan penghargaan kepada jawatankuasa penganjur yang diketuai oleh Engineer Gopal Narayan Kuti selaku National Project Director dan ahli pasukannya atas daya usaha tanpa jemu dalam menjayakan program pada hari ini. Satu tepukan kepada Engineer Gopal. Para hadirin yang saya hormati sekalian, izinkan saya meneruskan ucapan dalam bahasa Inggeris. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BSEEP National Conference 2017. The BSEEP project is indeed very close to my heart. Having been the National Project Director of BSEEP myself nearly 3 years ago, I have seen the project progress to what it has achieved today. I can concur that JKR technical staff have directly benefited from the BSEEP project implementation through the numerous trainings conducted during its inception stage. I can still recall the building energy simulation trainings for active and passive designs, the MS 1525 appreciation trainings, the BEI target setting workshops, the various energy audits, MNV certifications, as well as the EE project financing workshops, among others. We have covered the length and breadth of the country as far as Sabah and Sarawak to promote building energy efficiency awareness under the BSEEP program. Beneficiaries of the training sessions include not only JKR personnel, but also members of the private sector industry associations and companies, such as the GBI, PAM, TEEAM, REDA, SAMDABI, and FMM, to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, the timing of these trainings during the period of the 10th Malaysia Plan has indeed served a timely input, as JKR was also embarking on various energy efficiency initiatives at that time. During the 10th Malaysia Plan period, JKR also developed and launched the Penarafan Hijau or PHJKR, Pembangunan Manual PHJKR, Green Product Scoring System or GPSS, and the JKR Policy and Roadmap for Sustainable Development. As the DG of JKR, I have mandated that all government projects implemented by JKR will use green rating tools to verify the sustainable status of the building. Building projects that are valued from RM20 million to 50 million shall use the PHJKR tool, while projects costing above RM50 million shall use the MICRES green rating tool. This is evident that the government is very serious about protecting our environment, and the JKR will ensure, with the support of our Honourable Minister, that we will deliver projects through sustainable construction. To kickstart, 23 JKR projects have been identified, and the individual BEI target set ranging from 80 to 145 kilowatt-hour per meter square per year. The Menara Kerja Raya is the testimony of this initiative. It is a GBI Platinum rated building which has won many awards, both locally and internationally. In addition, new building designs of JKR have also been incorporated with all passive and active energy efficient initiatives, and most of the new building can achieve a BI of 180 kilowatt-hour per meter squared per year or lower. This is an achievement when compared with similar older buildings in Malaysia, where the BI is above 200 kilowatt-hour per meter squared per year. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, one of the highlights of the JKR BSEEP project was the multi-agency team that BSEEP put together to visit the EU in September last year to understand the policy framework that is required to drive building energy efficiency. The lessons learned were very eye-opening and demonstrated what could be done when government sets ambitious long-term goals and works closely with the private sector to drive it forward. It was one of the most intense study missions I have participated in, as the BSEEP organizers packed the schedule very tight though. However, it is much appreciated as it was all very beneficial. Well, the mission report is on the BSEEP website for anyone who would like to know more. One of the lessons from the EU is that building energy efficiency involves several ministries and agencies, which requires inter-agency cooperation for smooth implementation. In that respect, the EU mission provided the senior officials from KETA, JKR, EPU, JKT, SEDA, and Suruhanjaya Tenaga the opportunity to interact and find common ground in approaching the building energy efficiency issues. I value this greatly, ladies and gentlemen, because the communication channels that were established during this trip were invaluable in facilitating further cooperation among our ministries. For example, the JKR BSEEP along with CIDB approached KETA to support and promote the implementation of MyCREST certification. We are much encouraged at the strong support shown by the Secretary General of KETA, Yang Berbahagia Dato Sri Engineer Dr. Zaini Ujang, whom cannot attend because she has a private affair with our Yang Amat Berhormat PM this morning. Dato Sri Engineer Dr. Zaini immediately seized an opportunity the day after our meeting to promote MyCREST during his interview on Asru Avani. And also, thank you to Yang Berbahagia Dato Engineer Ahmad Asri, the CEO of CIDB, who had set up the Mampan unit for MyCREST. A round of applause to CIDB, Yang Berbahagia Dato Engineer Ahmad Asri. Thank you, Dato. The implementation of MyCREST is also included as one of the tools to achieve green buildings in the Green Technology Master Plan 2030 put forward by KETA to the Green Technology and Climate Change Council. This working relationship between JKR and KETA had continued with the joint development of the EPC fund, which you will hear more about later. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I was told that the organizer is generous and has provided you with goodies bag during your registration just now, in which you will find books which are not only beneficial but informative too. These are the legacy of JKR BSEEP to the nation building sector in Malaysia. These publications are based on the original works and lessons learned resulting from the project implementation, comprising 1. A compendium of policy papers developed from the various input by JKR BSEEP project consultants. The topics addressed are wide-ranging, from long-term targets and building energy labeling right up to financing models. Second, the active design and passive design books, both of which address the core of the MS 1525 active and passive design elements, providing guidance to assist in building energy simulations for architectural design and choice of technologies appropriate for the Malaysian climate. These books aim to assist design decisions on energy efficiency and have solicited and addressed prevailing practices from the JKR division, i.e. Cawangan Senggara, Kejuruteraan Mechanical and Electrical, Unit Pengurusan Aset, and Cawangan Architect. The fourth publication, the EPC Guidebook, will serve as a reference for property owners, equipment suppliers, ESCOs, and financial institutions keen to embark on building energy retrofits based on the energy performance contracting model. Finally, the Energy Management Guidebook is a reference for implementing building energy management in a building. I believe this book will be sought after by the building facility managers. I was informed that the guide will be elevated soon as a National Competency Standard, or NCS, on building energy management by the Ministry of Human Resource. Congratulations. Apart from these hard copies, JKR BSEEP has also produced a number of reference videos on EE practices, and these are made available via the BSEEP website, portable, and YouTube channels. You may find these videos good education material for awareness and training purposes. Of course, you can Google after this. One of the videos is where BSEEP engaged 5 beautiful local celebrities, including Nilofa. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today the conference theme is towards near zero energy buildings. I'm sure our invited speakers will inspire you to think and dream big for this goal and to make sure it will happen. At this point, I would like to pose one question to all of you, if I may. Do you have at least one 5-star energy efficient appliance in your home? Please raise your hand. Oh, superb. Thank you very much. For those who haven't raised your hand, I think it's a simple job or thing that you can do. I think during your next shopping trip with your spouse or with anybody, when you try to buy any electrical appliance, please see the sticker. If you got 5-star, that's really good. I myself have bought one refrigerator 2 years ago, and I can bet you could easily save quite a handsome amount of ringgit in your monthly electricity bill. Ladies and gentlemen, before I end my speech, again, I would like to thank Yang Berhormat Minister for gracing the event and all of you for your continuous support towards developing a sustainable nation. I wish you a pleasant and fruitful day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause once again. Yang Berbahagia Dato Sri Engineer Dr. Roslan, the Director General of Public Works Department, Malaysia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome our guest of honor here to deliver his keynote address. Please put your hands together for the Minister of Works Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Dato Sri Haji Fadillah bin Haji Yusof.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and very good morning to all. Terima kasih kepada pengacara majlis. Yang bahagia Dato Sri Engineer Dr. Roslan bin Mat Taha, Ketua Pengarah Jabatan Kerja Raya Malaysia. Engineer Gopal Narian Kuti, Pengarah Cawangan Alam Sekitar dan Kecekapan Tenaga, dan juga Pengarah Nasional BSEEP. Dato Engineer Ahmad Asri bin Abdul Hamid, Chief Executive Officer of Construction Industry Development Board, CIDB, Encik Asfazam Kasbani, Assistant Resident Representative on Program, UNDP, pengarah-pengarah kanan JKR, agensi kerajaan dan swasta, rakan-rakan media, datuk-datuk, datin-datin, tuan-tuan, puan-puan yang saya hormati sekalian. Terima kasih di atas kesempatan untuk bersama dengan BSEEP ini. Dan seperti juga Dato' Engineer Dr. Roslan izinkan saya untuk menyampaikan ucapan ini dalam bahasa English. Good morning and welcome to the Building Sector Energy Efficiency Project of BSEEP National Conference 2017, themed towards near zero energy buildings. I'm truly honored to be here today to welcome all of you to this conference, the first of its kind in addressing the building sector, specifically greenhouse gas emission reduction initiatives in Malaysia. On behalf of the organizing committee, I wish to extend our appreciation for your support to make this event a success. It is indeed heartening to host all of you here today, representing the various stakeholders from the ministry, academia, non-governmental organizations, government agencies, and in particular the BSEEP project collaborators who are working cohesively in promoting building sector energy efficiency in Malaysia. This conference, which will feature speakers from international as well as local experts, covering key topics on Malaysia's energy sustainability, near zero energy buildings, KKR, green sustainable buildings, mandate for future buildings, financing energy efficiency projects, and funding energy performance contracting, among others, is an important platform in bringing local leaders in the building industry as speakers who are also BSEEP project collaborators. Ladies and gentlemen, we are mindful on the environmental health of this earth with climate change that is already impacting us and should not change the course of our plans in mitigating and managing these impacts, which are said to become even more severe than we can imagine. I trust You all are aware of the scale of the impacts that has been predicted, which I'm equally as concerned. On the global scale, this concern has culminated in Malaysia and 194 other countries committing to carbon reduction by a specific time, with our country's aim of 45% reduction in carbon emission levels by 2030 compared to that of 2005. In this regard, we'll now have to change the way we live, including the way we design, construct, and occupy buildings. We must replace the old ways by being more energy efficient, because we are building for the future generation, which are not burdensome. As the Minister of Works, I take this responsibility seriously, and I will continue to support the initiatives by Public Work Department and Construction Industry Development Board in their roles as change agents for a sustainable future, which will be in sync with the Green Technology Master Plan that has an entire section assigned for green building. The Ministry of Works is proactively championing energy efficient building, with the latest being the new KKR headquarters, which I'm proud to boast of its energy performance. Notably, the building energy intensity, or BEI, of this building is 90 kilowatt hour per meter square per year, which is better than the BEI of a MS 1525 compliant building. I'm committed to push this initiative until it becomes the norm, with the humble intention and conviction that all government buildings will be as energy efficient. As you can see, the Menara Kerja is an iconic building in Kuala Lumpur, which make it a pleasure to work in, besides having the feel-good factor of being energy efficient. The building has won many awards and recognition, including the Green Building Index Platinum Award, and also named as one of the 10 best new skyscraper buildings by the Business Insider UK in 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the National Property Information Center, or in short NAPIC database, there are nearly 5 million residential buildings, 430,000 units of shop lots, and more than 5,000 units of purpose-built offices, shopping complexes, and hotels. Not included in the NAPIC database are numerous large institutional buildings, such as transport terminals, private sector universities and hospitals, and many more. At the same time, there are more than 170,000 government buildings as recorded in the JKR Maspata database. All these buildings span a diverse range of typologies and present a big potential in retrofitting for energy efficiency. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the key milestones achieved by BSEEP for Malaysia's building industry is the development of the Energy Performance Contracting Fund for Energy Service Company, currently managed by Malaysia Debt Ventures. The dedicated fund for building energy efficient projects has since been endorsed by Malaysia Green Technology Council, chaired by the Honorary Prime Minister in March this year, as a co-founding initiative between BSEEP and the Ministry of Energy, Green Technology and Water, or in short KETA, with a fund size of 200 million ringgit to finance energy efficiency retrofits of buildings. On that note, I would like to record our appreciation for the United Nations Development Programme and Global Environment Facility funding of BSEEP in assisting the Ministry of Works, KETA, and their agencies in charting a common way forward in planning buildings of the future. Given the above, my understanding is that BSEEP has also managed to achieve many firsts on functional elements, which can be continued by the Ministry of Works, KETA, and their agencies in collaboration with other relevant stakeholders for long-term benefit, such as, number one, development of new Malaysian standard, or MS, with Standard Malaysia and Sirim Berhad on Energy Efficiency Code of Practice for Residential Buildings. The purpose of the new MS is to assist stakeholders such as architects, developers, and material suppliers to work collectively in lowering the levels of carbon emission for residential buildings. Number 2, development of new National Competency Standard, or NCS, for building energy management in collaboration with Sustainable Energy Development Authority Malaysia and Department of Skills Development, Ministry of Human Resource Malaysia. Number 3, development of guidelines on building energy design and energy management systems, which have since been published and made available in printed copies as distributed to participants today. 4, assistance on the installation of database software known as the Energy Management Information System, or EMIS, to support enforcement of the efficient management of electrical energy regulation, or EMIR 2008, by the Energy Commission. 5, implementation of an online energy monitoring program by SEDA, Malaysia and JKR Senggara in selected buildings to complement the implementation of building energy management and building energy labeling for government buildings. 6, what was mentioned by Dato Dr. Engineer Roslan, publication of compendium of policy papers for reference by policymakers in promoting the widespread adoption of building energy efficiency in Malaysia, which is made available to all of you today. And finally, 7, developing a scenario where energy consumption can be decoupled from building stock growth. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I would like to emphasize that decoupling energy consumption from economic growth is of great interest to the government, which are both challenging and rewarding in our economic development. I believe we can all play our part in this decoupling challenge to ensure that the GDP growth can continue while reducing energy consumption at the same time, which requires the cooperation of all of us without exception. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate the BSEEP collaborators for comprehensively addressing the building sector energy efficiency issues and pointing us in the right direction. They have indeed built a good foundation for us to carry on with the mission to build energy efficient buildings of the future. The Government of Malaysia is appreciative of the support provided by the UNDP GEF to create the opportunity for Malaysia to mitigate its building sector carbon emissions. Lastly, I would like to encourage all of you to seize this opportunity and escalate this as far as our hopes and imagination can take us. I'm hopeful you'll be able to gather a lot of knowledge from this conference and translate it to beneficial actions in making the world a sustainable and better place for all of us. May I wish all of you a fruitful and pleasant time at this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat. We'd like to invite you to kindly remain on stage for a special highlight this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition, it gives me great pleasure to once again welcome to the stage Yang Berbahagia Dato Sri Engineer Dr. Roslan, and of course accompanied by BSEEP National Director and the Director of Cawangan Alam Sekitar dan Kecakapan Tenaga, Engineer Gopal Narayan Kuti. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, with this in mind, we would now like to present our certificates of partnership to our JKR BSEEP partners for their excellent collaboration work and, of course, for making this project a massive success. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the first representative here today from Construction Industry Development Board, Dato Engineer Ahmad Azri bin Abdul Hamid, ladies and gentlemen. The Chief Executive Officer of CIDB. And Dato Engineer Ahmad, after receiving your certificate, we'd like to invite you to remain on stage as we will have a group photo after this. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, representing the Economic Planning Unit of Malaysia, EPU, Encik Azahari bin Chehmat, Principal Assistant Director from the Energy Section. And all recipients, if you kindly make your way to your stage right. Thank you. A big round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking at our partners who have made this a massive success. Congratulations to the Economic Planning Unit of Malaysia. And next up, from Kementerian Tenaga Teknologi Hijau dan Air, please welcome Mr. Wong Tin Song, Under Secretary of the Energy Sector. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. Wong Tin Song. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, representing Suruhanjaya Tenaga Malaysia, ST, Engineer Abdul Rahim Ibrahim, Director of Energy Management and Service Quality Development. Dipersilakan. And moving along, ladies and gentlemen, from Cawangan Alam Sekitar dan Kecakapan Tenaga, he's already on stage. Put your hands together for Engineer Gopal Narayan Kuti, Director of CAS. Thank you, Engineer Gopal. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Sustainable Energy Development Authority Malaysia, SEDA Malaysia, Mr. Stephen Anthony Lojuntin. Big smiles for the camera. Thank you so much. And next, ladies and gentlemen, from Malaysia Association of Energy Service Companies, Architect Zulkifli Zahari, President of Maesco. A big thank you to all our representatives here today, representing the organizations that have made this a big hit. Congratulations once again. And next, ladies and gentlemen, from Persatuan Architect Malaysia, let's welcome Architect Sali Adri Sarkum, the Deputy President of PAM. Next, ladies and gentlemen, representing Malaysia Green Building Confederation, please welcome the CEO himself, Mr. Bikash Kumar Singha. And ladies and gentlemen, representing Malaysia Debt Ventures, let's welcome the COO, Mr. Nizam Muhammad Nazri. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, representing the Green Building Index, please welcome Accreditation Chairman himself, Architect Chan Seong Aun. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite all our JKR BC partners to join our VIP center stage for a group photo. A big round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen. A big hand, ladies and gentlemen, for our JKR BSEEP partners who have made this excellent collaboration and, of course, this project a great success. And if we could have all of you a little bit closer together. Looking straight ahead for our media friends. A big round of applause. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much and congratulations to all our partners. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And at this juncture, I'd like to remind Yang Berhormat to kindly remain on stage alongside Yang Berbahagia Dato Sri Engineer Dr. Roslan and, of course, Engineer Gopal, if the three of you would kindly remain on stage. Thank you very much to all the representatives here today from all the respective organizations. And once again, we'd like to invite our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat and Yang Berbahagia Dato Sri Engineer Dr. Roslan to remain on stage. We'd like to present you with a special token, Yang Berhormat. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause once again for all the representatives here today from the respective organizations, our JKR BSEEP partners. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Without further ado, it's our pleasure to now, of course, express our sincerest gratitude to our guest of honor here today. We would now like to invite Yang Berbahagia Dato Sri Engineer Dr. Roslan to present a special token of appreciation to Yang Berhormat. Ladies and gentlemen, featuring a special collection of books. And of course, we now invite Yang Berhormat to have a first glance at this. This, ladies and gentlemen, as Yang Berbahagia mentioned in his speech earlier, is produced by BSEEP during its 7 years of operation, which includes the active and passive guidebook, energy management system guidebook, energy performance contracting guidebook, and a compendium of policy book. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got some great news that all of you will receive a complimentary copy, and of course you can also head on to the website to download your very own copy as well at bseep.gov.my. Gentlemen, if we could have the three of you step forward for a group shot for our media friends. A group shot for our media friends, please.